The GoFundMe money wasn't donated to pay Brian Koberger's restitution anyway. Restitution, blah, blah,
So
blah.
there is a new document filed as of today. It hit the repository. And this is actually what this document is saying. And I'll read it. Right here. It basically says that the Latah County's prosecutor's office is responding to Brian Koberger's defense team. And they state that the state request for restitution, the money the defendant would have had to pay the victims' families for certain costs per the rules. Then it goes on to say what restitution really means is restitution is money a convicted person pays to the victims or their families to cover financial losses related to the crime, such as funeral costs, travel expenses, and other direct out of pocket costs. But the state is actually saying that the plea agreement allowed restitution. The deal, Rule 11, plea agreement, already said that the state could request restitution for funeral expenses and the crime victims' compensation reimbursements. So they're following that agreement. And this is what the state is saying. Okay. So after sentencing, the state learned that the crime victims compensation program would not pay for things like travel and lodging for the victims' families while attending court. The state is now asking the court to order Koberger to pay those uncovered expenses directly. And they're basically saying that donations don't cancel restitution, which I do agree. But the defense argued that since the families got donation through GoFundMe for traveling and all that stuff, they shouldn't get the restitution. And to me, that seems very fair. Okay? So they're asking not only to dip into the federal funding to get paid for travel that they already got paid for in their GoFundMe's. And we're talking a boatload of money, folks. The money they said they were going to return, but we never heard anything about it. I digress. But the ability to pay doesn't matter. Just because he's behind bars doesn't mean he won't have that ability in the future. And I think they know that he can make money. So why has he not done any interviews? Why has he been so silent? I mean, we would like to hear from this guy who pleaded guilty to 4 unalivings with no concrete proof, no evidence, no connection per the FBI and the ISP, no nothing, nothing in his car, FBI, nothing in his apartment, no DNA in any places, none. Can't even put him there. Yes, the defense says factually innocent. The prosecution can't even put him in the house. But they're basically saying, hey, he needs to pay for this. What are your thoughts on this topic? I mean, it gets kind of kludgy when it's money. Kind of gets personal. What are your thoughts? Drop them below. Be well.